Okay, hello everyone. So it's like after 10 minutes market open, so I'm just gonna have to do this quickly. I bought this Topstep account recently. I mean, it was like last week. So I'm just gonna scroll through my stats really quickly so I can get to the chart. I've only traded like 3 days. I think I bought on like the 2nd or the 3rd of this September. I took one trade here on micro euro and USD futures, and I was just testing out the platform, didn't really plan it. And then I had it was 2 trades actually here. I was taking a short on MNQ and then long on these two. I'm coming from futures, so I had no idea that Stack and S&P were related, so the charts are really similar, but I didn't realize this until after I took a big loss on MNQ. But then I took like $120 profit, and so I made up some of my losses. And then I had a big day on Friday, really quick trade. It was like almost 4 minutes. Yeah, so I'm currently $240 in profit, and yeah, I mean, these are the stats. These are the trades. So I'm risking $200 per day. So, and I'm planning on taking like 1 or 2 trades total. So that's $100 per trade. So it's now 10 minutes to market open. I'm on MNQ, micro Nasdaq, and I trade the pretty basic strategies just based on volume profile and using the volume profile to find support and resistance levels. I have ATR down here, average true range. I just use this to like see what the volume is at the current candles. I don't really need this, I'm just gonna get rid of it. So I'm gonna go quickly over how I like drew these zones. I start on like the 4-hour chart, and I look at where price is at the moment. So it's like this green line, blue, what is this? Yeah, green. And then you see it goes up here and then down here. So this is the range that I'm looking for. I'm just gonna draw some lines to make it simpler. And so I try to get as much data that I can, but I'm not gonna draw it from like months ago. So I'm gonna start like from here, for example. This is let's say here like 29th or 30th of July. And then when I draw this, I'm looking for these like areas where volume has dropped significantly. This chart thing, it just shows you like volume. So the middle here, this is where the most volume has been. So this is where price has stayed for a longest period of time in this whole like data area. And then you have these drops here that are like much lower, and these are areas where price has not been. And usually when you like, let's say we'll take this one here, when you draw a zone like this, I'll be a bit inclusive and make it a bit bigger. These are areas of like support and resistance. So you see here price went up a bit, came down, tested like the lower end, and then it went back up. Same here, it came, tested, went back down, and then it broke through here, came back, tested here again, went back down, and then it came up here, went through a bit, and then went back down. And so I just draw like a bunch of these like so. I don't really need to draw the ones down here because I doubt that the price is going to go so low in such a short time span, like in 1 day. But I'll just block it out just in case, so that if it gets here, then we can plan for it. And then what I do is I'm just gonna get rid of these to make it a bit cleaner. So after I'm done with the 4-hour chart, I come down to the 1-hour chart, and yeah, I'll just do the same thing. So this time is from 27th of August. And once you go down into lower time frames, you get a bit more detail. So before, you can see like the red box that I drew here was like really large, but then this one here is a bit smaller and it's a bit more above, so you could say like it's a bit more accurate. Same thing here, maybe draw it like down here, and as I draw these you can see like how prices like either reversing or like how it's just going through these areas. Like you have a bit of here, you have a bit of here, and even if I draw it back it's a bit hidden by the thing, but you see it's like testing this area as well. And then I'll go even lower, and I'm thinking of drawing it from here now. So if you see my mouse aligns up here, I'm drawing it from here because it's the lower end. Like so. So we have a very large drop off here, and this is an area that I would either take trades from or use as like a stop loss, or an area where I exit the trade pretty much. We have another area down here. Let's see, so as I'm going through these, I'm gonna get rid of some of the higher time frame ones, because it's just way too big and I would not take any trades based on those. And obviously I try and line them up with like my just basic support and resistance lines. So 5 minutes to market open. Let's see, this is from 2 days ago, right? Yeah, or like last week. I'll draw one from here as well. Just to get a bit more detail. Okay, so even if we just look purely at this, we see that there's, from this point here, there's a big drop off until here. There's so if we draw out line like a box like this, we can see that price has tested this area a couple of times. So I'd want my box to be a bit like this. This is the higher end. I mean, it's a bit difficult to know from like this perspective, because this is just the highest that the data has gone. But if we take some data from like back here, so I'm gonna draw another zone. Yeah, we can see like the drop off here, so pretty big drop off. And so using that, we can see that it has tested like these areas right here. I'm gonna make this a different color just so I can see it easier. And then I'll probably get rid of this. Yeah. I might go into a bit more detailing like another video if I become like profitable and this turns out to be a good strategy or time zone. So it opens at 9:30 and then closes at 4. And so I'll be taking trades in this area here. Yeah, so I think I'm basically set up now. And I'll just be okay. So we might get like a breakthrough here. I'm gonna wait until probably the first or second candle prints before taking any trades. I don't like market open can be like really erratic and it's a bit unpredictable. You see with like how big these wicks are and prices just going everywhere. As far as I'm aware, there's no news today. Top step usually, whoops. What did I do? Okay, top step usually shows when there are news. Like we have one on the 10th. I like to draw like these boxes for fun just to see how prices reacted in this these areas for it to look like this. So yeah, you see there was some like it tested here a bit, and then there was news, so it just went crazy. And this is why like I don't like trading news around news times, because you can just go anywhere. Yeah, I'm just looking for areas where the volume profile and the like support and resistance line up, looking for areas where price has gone to and then couldn't have gone through. So it might look a bit too much for some people, but you know, I'm used to this. I've been back testing it for about a month, and it has had like above 50% win rate. Jumps from like backtest to backtest. So I've had backtests that went as high as like 72% win rate, and then backtests where it has gone down to like below or like 44%. But even the 44%, like they were all profitable. And so yeah, I like this strategy. I think it's good. So I drew this like box right here, but I drew it in an area which I wouldn't normally trade. I mean, you see the only times where price has been here, it has gone like straight through and then straight back down. So there's not a whole lot of data. Like I can't be sure if this is a resistance zone or anything. So I would not trade it, but I would pay attention to it because it's an area of like very low volume. I mean, it's almost comparable to like the peaks. And so if I see a rejection here, then it might be a good sign to take a trade. The first candle is almost 2 minutes before it closes, and I'm interested to see where it will close. For some of these zones that I'm drawing, like let's take this one for example. I like to trade on the 5-minute chart, but you might not see exactly like where it has tested on the 1-minute chart, because like some zones like this, you know, it's quite erratic. So it came back up here to test this one, but then it went back down. And if we go on the 1-minute time frame, let's see. Oh my god, it's lagging a lot. So yeah, you can see a bit easier, like a few candles tried to go above it, but they couldn't, and so it just kept going down. But of course this was influenced by news, so you know. And I mean, this zone that I drew right up here, you know, see, it came up a few times, and then it finally broke through. But I don't like this part here where it has gone through like multiple times. I call this like I would call this zone, or like this thing that I drew, like ran through, and you know that term has like some negative meanings to it, but I just mean that it has been used a lot and it has dropped in value. Like if price has only like tested a few times, like here and maybe here, but other times it has just not been respected. So you know, it makes it a bit scary to trade. Okay, so the first candle of the day printed, and yeah, it went right through. So I might wait for like a retest, and let's see. Okay, I have to be a bit quick on this. So if we take like a long position here, yeah, it's a bit of a, like I wouldn't want my stop loss to be here. It's really small. Even though like the profit, like the risk to reward is crazy, but I'll probably, like if I had it here, I'll still be like risking $100, and this is, I'd say, a bit of a low probability trade. I'm just gonna see how this zone has been respected or not. So we have to go quite far back. Yeah, so I mean this was influenced by news, but it seems like it was respected well enough. I am trying to like avoid FOMO and stuff, so but at the same time, I mean, I could take a short here, but it's a bit low probability, so I'm not too sure. Usually, from what I've seen, when you have this like crazy pull where it's all just green bars, and then it goes to the zone, then it has a bit of a difficulty like getting through it. It will like reject off here and then go back down for a while. But if it goes slowly, then it probably will break through. Like if I take this as an example here. So even like besides the zone, you have like a bit of a support and resistance. It has been tested a few times, I think, today. Let me get rid of this. Yeah, like it went up here, tested once, tested twice, and then the third time it went up slowly, and so it like broke through nicely. Okay, so it's dropping quite heavily. What I'm going to do is, because this is a new zone and I haven't alright, let's see here. It's good to like bring the volume profile to the front always, or like to update it, because now you can see like before this was a single gap here, but now it has filled up the whole thing. So basically what this means is like price could go all the way up here before it rejects, and we might actually see that. So I want to be paying close attention to this. Around these areas, I think like they're good targets for taking profit, and usually when if it breaks through the low volume area, the price will like reject off of the high volume area as well, but not always. So I'd rather just use the low volume area for like take profit and stop loss. Okay, so crazy movement right here. Went up very high, but then it came back down, and yeah, so it went through this zone right here. So I'm not too eager to trade this, especially because I have no, I mean, it might not be too bad, I don't know. So if it comes back down like somewhere around here, I might take like a long trade and yeah, basically have my stop loss like here maybe. I like to have my stop loss just a bit below the zone, because like I said, you're looking at these things on the higher time frames and they're not always very accurate. Yeah, I'll probably take this trade right here. So I'll bring my entry to like the middle of it, roughly. So I'll say like around here. It's not exactly middle, like, yeah, okay. I'll just take my entry here, and then I'll probably have my take profit like around here. I'm gonna keep it on like even numbers. So let's see, profit level, or no, wait. Entry price, this is MNQ, yep. Stop loss is 7 points, right? 8 points. And then I'm risking $100, so I'll use a contract size of like 8. And then this position is what? It was 8, right? No, 6, sorry, whoops. Okay, and then this is the limit buy. So there we go. Okay, this might be a bit of a FOMO trade, but it's in a good position, I'd say, so I'll just see how it goes. Either I take the straight here or I take this short up here. I might actually set a limit order for this one as well. Okay, but I just want to be sure about the thing, so let's see. I'm gonna get rid of this making me lag, I think. Okay, so might have to have it like a bit higher up, but yeah, I'm not a big fan of this. This could be a good area, but I don't know. I'll just have this up for reference. I would rather miss out on trades than take bad trades. So, you know, my strategy has been profitable, and I take like between 3 and 4 trades per day when I was backtesting. So I don't want to do any more than that. So just take a few good trades each day, and then hopefully I'll pass this evaluation. This is to be expected, like price dips a little bit into the zone and then it rejects, and usually that means that it's gonna try and go higher. Something that I could do is so I drew my zone from here, but we can just keep going back and looking for areas where price has been that high before, and I mean this is looking like an all-time high, so there might not be one. Yeah, it's okay, so never mind then. But I mean, what if I drew it like from here? Well, actually I have drawn it from here. Okay, never mind. Okay, so it seems like it's a cumulative volume here, like there might be some like resistance here. I'm just gonna check real quick. Yeah, this is an area where it has gone to a few times, but I mean it's a bit ran through over here. So I might use this for like a take profit from my long if it goes through. I am really hoping that it does not break through this level here. Drawing volume profiles like with this small amount of data does not really help that much, so that's why I do it from like the start of the day, like as a minimum, or if it's like an area where price has not been before, then I'll draw it from like the last available time or location that the price has gone to. I am really considering taking this trade right here. I mean going short. Okay, so that was a big push up from here. I mean you could like trade these zones here and just draw like your own support and resistance, but I just like going with my own strategy. I've had a lot of success with like just support and resistance alone, but I find that volume profile helps me draw better zones. So I might see a rejection from this red line, or maybe not. Who knows? Okay, I'll probably take this trade right here. price is going up like really hard, and we are getting some like what's it called, like sellers are trying to take the price down, but it just keeps on going higher and higher, so I might like reject off of this zone, or at least I hope so. Otherwise this is a $100 loss. For my take profit, I might keep it here, and or I might just take it as low as here. Usually that's what I do in my backtest. I take profit at the next like resistance zone, so it'd be like this one, or just before it. So just up here at, what is this, like 825. This is a bit of a good sign that it's not pushing any higher. I might have drawn the zone like a bit higher than I should have. It might have been like starting from down here, but it's like I'll just keep it up here. So I have my limit like buys and sells set up, and I'm pretty sure that I have, yeah, like a position risk of 100. I think this is like automatic. Yeah, risk to reward. Okay, so I might just like leave this and go to the toilet real quick. This is really good. It's like rejecting off of this. I'm hoping that before this closes it will go and let me enter. But yeah, I mean, you can see how the strategy is. I might not have the best execution, but that'll only get better with time. Okay, there we go. Do I have a stop loss? What the hell? What's going on? Where's my trade? I don't see it. Hello? What is going on? 152. I got filled. And then stop market. Okay, this is strange. So it closed me out for $12 for some reason. Okay, well, that might have saved me. I mean, this went above the zone, so yeah, the zone was not respected at all. I might just get rid of it like completely. When I see things like this where the wick is just like at the exact point, I do get like a bit of a confirmation bias, and I'm thinking, oh, you know, it's a good zone, at least for the lower half of it. But yeah, it's okay. So maybe it was like what's it called, fake breakout or something. But I need to figure out why this thing took me out. I might just get rid of it and set it manually. Yeah, I have no idea why that exited me like right away. So my stop loss is here, so we'll see if it would have passed it or not. We got rejection here. We might keep going higher. Okay, or not. So that was like, I guess it broke through. That's why I had like, it gained so much momentum. Yeah, I mean, I could have kept that trade and it would not have hit my stop loss, which was at like $100 loss. And I was like, I think I said it before, like I was thinking of having my take profit around here. So that would have been a pretty nice trade. It might have been like 1-to-1 or something, maybe 1-to-2. So I could have made like $130 or $150 here. But it's okay, there will always be more opportunities. I'm not too salty about it. Okay, so price is going lower. It might not break through this part completely, but if it does, then I'll take a limit buy here. I could have it set to here, but then I'd have to have my stop loss like all the way down here. Like I could have my entry here, I mean, and then stop loss all the way down here, but that's pretty long and I would not be making much profit on that trade. So I'd rather just wait for better entries. I might take another short here because it got rejected quite nicely on this candle. Okay, so talking about confluences, or when I say like I want the volume profile to line up with the support and resistance. So we had the rejection up here, but when I look at that, it rejected just before like this second, or like this higher zone where the price has been at the highest point. And if we were just trending based off of only like volume profile, then I'd be having my range, or like my box here, and that means that my take or my stop loss would have been up here somewhere, and that would have probably stopped me out. So this is why I always take the volume profile to the newest bar, or I draw it to the newest bar, and that way I get like more data, and you can see these the volume is changing slowly, and so that means that new like support and resistance areas are getting printed. Yeah, we seem to be getting some resistance on this red line here, so that might be like a new area that is showing. This is not enough data for me to want to make any trades here. Like if I were to say, oh, this is a low volume area, so I'll take a long or short here. It does not, because there's only a few bars here, and that's just not a good idea. So I'd say like 8-point stop loss, and then I have my take profit somewhere here just before the this area, because we might have some like resistance over here. Price has not been able to go past that, or like the candles have not been able to close past this level, so that's why if I took a short here, then I'd probably have my take profit down here. This is like a 4.1, so this is like $400 profit if I take it, and then $100 loss if I lose it. But it's at an area that's like the highest that the price has been at, so it's and it has only been tested like a few times, so I don't want to risk it. I'm not too sure that it might reject similarly to how it did back here. I've seen a lot of people make like support and resistance zones based off of like trend lines, and I have done that in the past, like many years ago when I first tried trading, but I did not have a lot of success with that. I think this shows you more than anything just where price is going. I have seen like many YouTubers trade in it. I think what's her name, like Toy Trades, that girl, she trades it and she makes a lot of money from it, but I just don't have a lot of experience with it, and yeah, I'll have to train myself on it for a while before I would think about taking any trades with it. Yes, the price does seem to have been having some trouble in this zone, so I might say that it is like respected, you know. The next few candles might break through, and if they do, then I'll take a short from up here. I don't like taking trades that go like against the range, so you know, this is what I'd call the range, like from the lower here to up here. Like if we get a breakout here, I don't like going long here, because I don't know how long it will go on for. I like to have a reason for where I place my take profit and also where I place my stop loss. So I have my stop loss here, because if price goes outside of this box, then it goes against what I thought would happen. That's why I would, you know, stop it, because I don't know where how much higher it might go. And for the take profit as well, I've been seeing some like resistance here, and so if it breaks through, it becomes a support line, and so I would take my profit just down here. I'm just gonna speculate here and say that because price has stayed above the red line for the past few candles, then it might just go back up here and break through. Either way, I have goals on both ends for where I would want to either go long or go short. If it does break through something like this, and then it goes back here to test it, I wouldn't like to, like, let's see. So when I have two zones that are so close to each other, like here, where there's a tiny gap between them, I do not like taking many trades from these ones. So if I were to think about going short in this area, I would think about doing it from like this, the top here, the top of this square. And I would probably have my take profit at like either this one, or there's like a tiny square here that I've drawn, a tiny rectangle. So I would have it either here or here. But if I were to take my entry in this box, then it would be quite difficult. I'll have to have my stop loss like up here, because you know, the price could break through these two. This is like a weaker box, but then this one, you know, it could go like all the way up here before it goes down, and that's just way too much risk. Like it's 33 points. I do not like that. And you know, I'd have my take profit here before this box down here. So it's just, yeah, see, like the profit factor or whatever, it's like 0.45. So it's not even a one-to-one trade. It's just not a good idea. Even if it was, if there were like no boxes up here and I was taking a trade like this, like I could use a lot of contracts and make some good money off of this, because it's 3 or like nearly 4. So this is like $350 or something of profit, but it's still like the zone is so small that, you know, price could go anywhere, and I'm not too sure about that. Okay, so it seems like it might start breaking through the red soon. So if it breaks through, then I'll be thinking about taking a long down here, like I thought before, or maybe the second box that is here in the middle, but I would have to have my stop loss somewhere here, so maybe 16 points, and then if I enter from this one, I'll take my profit at the candle just above it. So it's like 1.44, so it's like $140 or I take profit there. Yeah, so we had a close under this area here, which I was like calling a resistance line, and so I think price will continue down here. The reason why I don't like trading this area is because I'd have to have my stop loss like quite high up here, and that's just it's in the middle of a range. Like I would like to take the extremes of the range and go towards the range, not the middle of the range and go to the extremes. Like I'd rather take trades from here to the red line or from here to the red line, and not from the red line to up here or down here, because this could like consolidate for a while. I mean, it has been like nearly like 30 or 40 minutes, and this is all the movement that it has done. I really hope that my buy limit here does not get messed up like the sell limit did up here. I mean, if that one stayed through, I had my stop loss like somewhere up here, then I would have stayed in this trade, and that would have been a pretty good trade, I think. So I would have like trailed my stop loss down here, and that would have been like $600 or something. But it's okay, there will always be more opportunities. I'm not, like I said, I'm not too salty about it, but just it's weird that that weird bug happened. Maybe it's my fault, I'm not too sure. Okay, so I had my freaking I have my stop loss like all the way up here, but for some reason it stopped me out like right there. I don't know why. Or at least it should have been up here. I mean, I had my my like automatic stop loss set to like $200 or $100, so Okay, maybe I might be getting a bit salty about it. So it executed there. I think I had my thing like at 8. So you see, it didn't hit it exactly. I mean, I don't know if the video shows it clear or not, but it would have just barely rejected from my stop loss. And then I would have gone like down here. It's nearly 600. I could have probably held it or like followed it with my stop loss up to down here, but I mean, it's it's a bit unrealistic. Who knows? In retrospect, or what's it called? Like in hindsight, of course, we can tell that the price went the way that I anticipated to, but I'm not always right. I mean, when it went right, this average like 60%, so I could have been wrong, and I could have lost $100. So if anything, it's better to take a small win even if it's $7. I don't know. I'm thinking that this is gonna go up here and reject somewhere around here, and then it'll continue going down, or at least I hope so, because otherwise there's no trading opportunity here for me. Like if I draw a thing, a volume profile, you see that when it's like a D curve like this, so who I learned volume profile trading from, I think his name is like Trader Dale or something. I've seen a few people like talk about it, and so one of the people, I'm gonna find the video and link it, he said that if you have like a D curve right here, I think it's called like a bell curve in statistics, then and like the price is going long, then you'd be thinking of taking a long from like down here at the bottom of the bell curve. And if it's short, so if it's going down like this, obviously this is still a long because we're not making any lower lows here, then you'd be thinking of taking a short from the top of the bell curve, and then your take profit would be like either the other end or just like the middle of it. It's pretty solid strategy. I've back tested it a bit, and my win rate was not great, but I mean, I feel like it's one of those things that you need discretion, very similarly to how I'm trading now. Like my win rate has only gone up, and I think the reason is discretion. Like my intuition is getting better, you know, so yeah, but I'm not thinking of changing my strategy anytime soon. If I fail this evaluation, then I'll probably go back to back testing and yeah, think of either just improving my strategy or trying out a new strategy. But I'm hopeful that it won't happen, because I back test the same way that like evaluations are. So you know, I set a take profit or I set a profit target and a losing thing. So like if my price goes down 10%, my balance goes down 10%, then I'll count that back test as if it has failed, and if it goes up 10%, then I'll count the back test as if it has won. And I set a challenge for myself, and I said if I win, I think I said like either 4 or so back tests in a row, then I would consider purchasing an evaluation. And I actually won like 5 back tests in a row, like the, I guess, evaluation back tests, you could say. And so I was like, yeah, okay, for sure I'm gonna do this. That gave me a lot of confidence. And so, you know, that's why I'm here now. I will make some longer videos about like my trading history if I am able to pass this evaluation and get a payout, because then I would count that as like profit. I mean, the total amount of money that I've spent in day trading, like my whole history, is around like $250, I think. And so getting a payout on this account, I'd probably take a payout of like, you know, 1,000 if it's possible. I might be able to make that in like a week because it's a 50k account. I mean, it's a lot of volume. And if I'm able to get my first payout, then, you know, technically that will mean that I'm a profitable trader, because I've made more money than I've lost in my whole trading journey. Okay, we had a really big push up here, and normally this tells me that, you know, I would assume that it's gonna reject somewhere here. But it might break through. I mean, who knows, to be honest. I'm trying to not get FOMO. I mean, I'm still thinking about this trade back here. But like I said before, this zone is a bit run through. It has been tested many times, and usually when a zone gets tested many times, even if it's like support and resistance, like after 2 or 3, or I mean after 2 or 3 tests, then you'd assume that it's gonna break through. So, you know, this, like the older me, before all the back testing, would have probably took this trade here. But yeah, I'm glad the new me, the current me, decided not to. I mean, this was clearly a bad idea. And my speculation, I guess, was wrong, because I assumed that this was going to keep going down more and more. But I guess now we should be thinking about taking a trade from all the way up here. So price has gone like really high, and it might not even reach these levels. But if it doesn't, you know, I won't force any trades today. I will just end it at, I guess this is like nearly break even, and I'll just, you know, live to trade another day, keep my loss limit where it is. Okay, so strong rejection here. Yeah, these things are to be expected, and this is why I said like the older me would have taken this short from around this level, even though price went through it. And the reason for that is, okay, a sec. Sorry, what was I saying? I forgot. I got a call from my grandma. So I was saying, like, I've had many experiences like this. I mean, even if you see here how many candles have gone to the zone and then they've gone straight out of it, and you have a few here. So that's why, like, the older me would have taken this trade, like right here. I would have entered a short and then had my stop loss a bit higher. I might not have been stopped out immediately, but you know, I know now that it's a low probability trade because it was tested a few times. You know, we had one test here, it might have been tested here as well, but this thing is blocking it. Oops. So strong rejection. I'm thinking this candle will probably keep going up, and this rejection might be just like this candle here, that like the buyers were losing momentum, so maybe some people took their profits here, or maybe sellers entered. And this is all, I mean, speculation. You're just guessing what millions and millions of people are doing while you're trading. I mean, some of the stuff is, you can't really call it, and that's why there's no strategy that's like 100% accurate, or at least none that we retail traders have access to. Okay, you know, I really want to leave the computer and go and do some things, but I'm confused as to how the limit orders work. Like if I enter a buy here, I don't know how I can set my stop loss. I'm seeing like stop market. So this, maybe this is what it is. Okay, so it says stop market order might be what I'm looking for. So I have my limit buy there, and then my stop level, it's here. Stop market here, and so I guess it would be sell all. So if I'm buying here, then I would sell here. I'm just assuming this is how it is. I hope it does not enter me into like a sell position, but I think that would have to be like limit. I'm just new to these things. I'm just guessing. So I'm going to have an entry. Let's put it at an even number. So here I'll take a sell order, and then my stop level I'll put it at 8%. Let me check. So it's 8 points, and he had 6 contracts. This one, and then stop market, and then I guess, oh no, what did I do? Oh no. Okay. Alright, is this gonna keep going higher, or should I exit now? Okay, that was a bad idea. This is not where I wanted to, I mean, I did stop market. Why did it? Okay, exit. It might go up, but it is not what I wanted to do. I do not want to take this trade. Okay, so how the hell do I... So I did stop market for this one, right? Yeah, stop market sell. So stop market buy. Okay, I'm gonna use one contract just in case it does that shit again. Let's see. Stop level. Okay. 23908. So it's all the way up here. So it should not go through. I hope. Please don't go through. Okay, great. So add 5 more to it. There we go, 6. Okay, hopefully this will not mess me up and make me lose the account, because that would be really dumb. Yeah, this has gone through multiple times, so it's definitely going to break, and hopefully it will go up here before like finding resistance and reversing. That would be quite nice. I'll move this over a bit. Okay, I'm gonna leave the computer for a bit, and hopefully by the time I'm back, I'm in a profitable trade. We'll see. Okay, so I'm back, and price has pretty much gone nowhere. A bit relieved. I mean, I left for a few minutes, and I was really worried that I would enter the trade and not be here. If this trade goes through, I'm gonna be trailing with my stop loss down here, because, you know, once it goes to another, maybe I forgot to mention this, but I'm thinking now that price has closed above this box here that was previously like resistance, then that means that there's a support right here, or at least, you know, based on how I trade, then yeah. So if this goes down here again and it passes through it like really easily, then you know, I'd say that this is really ran through. And I mean, even from the other dates that we saw before, so I'll just completely get rid of it and, you know, disregard it. So previously I said that the reason why, like, let's say I take a trade here and I have my stop loss just above it, outside of like the box and by a few ticks, the reason for that I said was because I draw the boxes from like a higher time frame, and they don't necessarily show exactly what happened and like where price reacted or like peaked. And so I draw just a little bit of it to make some way for it, because you know, we see here that price has only gone up this far, but if we look on like a minute time frame or like the ticks, then price could have gone a bit higher, and it just does not register on this higher time frame. Okay, all right, so yeah, is it gonna break through? I guess what matters if it closes, besides, because you know, the second reason why I draw it beyond the box is because price does sometimes like shoot through it, and this could be due to like the inaccuracy of how I've drawn the boxes. The you know, you have the thing, what's it called, let me see. So you have your volume profile, and you know, I might draw the box, you know, someone might draw it like in this, like, you know, just the extreme end, and someone else might draw it like a bit higher. So I draw mine, like, I try to be conservative, because otherwise if I have a trade like this, then and I like say I go like profit in the middle, my stop loss would have to be like really far from my entry, and that's not a good thing. So you need like a bit of a balance, and that's why I leave some, you know, leeway for it. This is why I always put my stop loss a bit outside of it. I mean, one could say that I should put my take profit also outside of it a little bit, but I just don't think that's a good idea, because this does not always happen. Sometimes price like rejects at just the exact point. I mean, you see here, so yeah, it's not very exact. I'm just speculating at the end of the day. So I'm a bit curious about where this is going to close, because if it closes outside of it, then I'd have to wait for like another retest. If we look at it like from a different perspective, you know, it's basically just an uptrend. I mean, we broke through these lines, made a higher high, and then this is a higher low. It's not as low as these ones, and then we went up again and we made higher highs. So we might, you know, who knows, a few things could happen. It could come back down here, make another higher low, and then finally go and reach this before it rejects, or it could just completely break through, or it could, you know, come down here and break through this whole limit. So that's just, you know, you're thinking about, or I'm thinking about all of these things that could happen, and then I'm thinking about which places I could it could be an opportunity for me to take a trade, and which ones are like more probable. And like I said, I'm not interested in taking a short here, because my take profit is like very close. You know, I'd have to think about it for a while, or my stop loss would be like all the way up here, which is just crazy. And then for here, I would not go long beyond this point, because I don't know where to put my take profit. I don't have a reason, or like I'm not just gonna go, oh, okay, I'll just put it like 1-to-1, because price just could go like halfway to it and then reject and stop me out. I want to always have a reason for why I place my stop loss and where I place my take profit in their locations. To be honest, this could have been an opportunity to take a long here, and this was around the time where I entered. I think it was like on this candle here. I could have had but you know, for trades like this, sometimes I put my stop loss like below the last low, so it'd be like around here, and that is like really long out. Price would have to go to here before I would even get a 1-to-1, which, you know, it did, but I just want to be patient and take better, more probable trades. I mean, this could easily just break through here and, you know, go anywhere. And yeah, I'm betting that if I were to bet, I would bet that it might go back, or no. Okay, never mind. I don't know why I said that. I just want to take this trade here, man. Yeah. It is on the extremes. It's probably more likely than these ones to, you know, reverse. And I mean, this candle, we still have 3 minutes on it, but yeah, volume was like really low. I mean, ATR, it's at 23. It was much higher before. What was that? It's not bad. I mean, you see market open was here. I think it's like supposed to drop at around 12, or like it just gets lower until it reaches 12, and then after like maybe 12:30 it will pick back up as people come back from like their lunch breaks and stuff. That's what I've heard, and I have seen it a lot before. In my backtest, I was backtesting gold, and you know, at around 12 there will always be like a crazy gap that would happen. Like price would shoot up like almost 3 or 4 times the amount in the range, the amount of the range that it has gone like the whole day, and it could go in either direction. I mean, it was mostly unpredictable, so I'll always just stop trading like before 12 p.m. and I'll start trading again after like 30 minutes, like past 12. You know, seeing stuff like this where it just went up into it and then went down, my older self would probably tell me to just use, you know, lower contracts so that I could have a longer stop loss. Like my entry could be, I don't know, all the way down here, and then my stop loss up here, and then it would count for like $100 loss if it was, and then I could just, you know, take profit around here. And that's stuff that I've done in backtest, and it worked out okay. But I don't know, man, maybe I'm being greedy by wanting to take my entry here so that I could make $400. Otherwise I could just be taking like $100 trades, like having my profit at 100, and that way, you know, I could just trade with like much smaller contracts, and you know, I might make some, win some, who knows. But yeah, I will think about being a bit more risky the closer it gets to my rebuild date. Oops, my microphone has been away from me so long. I'll think about like risking more, and so, you know, right now my risk is like 200 per day, so like, and I'm thinking of taking 2 trades, so that'll be like losing 2 trades in a row, and then I'd quit. But maybe on my last week before the rebuild date, if I make it that long, I would start risking like 400 per day, and maybe 200 per trade. Okay, so I've been away from the computer for a bit, and yeah, I mean, this is a nice push upwards. It might break through here, and then so this will become like the support line, and now it's like resistance, and then I'm expecting it to go up here. But I'm gonna stop with the recording because I've been recording for like almost 2 hours, and yeah, it's just taking up a lot of hard drive space that I don't have. And I mean, it's just needless, you know, back and forth. So I'll just stop it, and I'll start recording again once I'm in the trade or something interesting happens. Okay, so I just had lunch, and you know, I think the last time that I was recording, the last candle that printed was this one, and then sorry, we were in the middle of this one, so it went down like crazy, rejected after the red that the others have also rejected. So this is definitely like a zone, and then it just shot straight back up. You know, I was thinking that okay, this will probably break through, go down, but no, it just went back up, and then it's just like consolidating for a bit here. So there's a lot of volume here. I would no longer consider this a like a low volume area, and so having this zone here, or this box here, is just kind of useless. So I might like keep it. Actually, no, I'm just gonna get rid of it. Okay, and I am going to be leaving the house for a while, maybe like 30 or 40 minutes. So hopefully by then we'll be in this trade. But you know, I can't figure out if I enter this trade. So I have the stock market buy, and then but how do I set it so I sell here? Okay, I'm gonna send a few messages in the Discord server, and then yeah, hopefully I can figure out how to exit or set an exit for this trade here. Okay, so I asked the Discord, and they told me that there's like some issues going on, which is why my trade here was stopped out before I you know, I didn't care for my stop loss. It just stopped me out before it even went there. And so they're saying like the limits work, but the stock market things, they don't. So, and you can't even set your risk and profit here. So the guy told me to, if I'm gonna be away from my computer, to just not trade. So I might have to do that and just leave this for today. I'll probably just cancel my orders, and then when I'm back home later, I'll put them in again if the price has not gone to those places yet. So yeah, I'll just make a note of these locations, and then I'll just enter again once I'm back home. It's unfortunate, but yeah, hopefully they'll fix it. Hello. Okay, so I got home like literally a few minutes ago. I opened the computer and I put in the order that I had here, and I was in the kitchen and I heard order filled, so I just ran in as quickly as I could and put up my stop loss and my take profit. So let's see where this goes. I think I'll stay here for a while. I'm hoping that it will break through here, and so I can have my take profit somewhere up here. But yeah, I mean, price just went crazy while I was gone. Like, it kept going back up, back down, up and down, up and down. Sorry, I'm a little winded. I was running. But yeah, let's see where this goes. I might move my stop loss. I'm not sure. This is about to close, so we might get another candle that will push downward, but I mean, we are getting so much pushback from this, so it might close on a green, who knows. But you know, it rejected the area that I thought I was going to, and my stop loss is probably way further than it needs to be. I probably don't need to risk 100. If it closes on a green, then I'll move my stop loss at least until here, in the middle. Okay, so closed on a red. You know, I could just risk 100. If it closes on me, then it's probably okay. I mean, I'm not. I still have like 2,000 in my drawdown. Or what's it called? Yeah, is it drawdown? I don't know. So I'll just wait this out. The reason I'm staying here is because I am thinking of taking this up here and being a bit greedy. You know, 360 is a really nice trade, but if it does break through, then I want to, you know, cash in on it. It'll be 600 here, and then, you know, I could just trail it. But let's see where this goes. So yeah, it's gonna go down more. If it breaks through here and gets to like the middle here, I will probably close out on the trade. It's 100, damn it. Alright, let's see how this goes. Like I said, you know, I need to stick to my principles and minimize risk wherever I can. I mean, this is already a great trade, but it could be even greater if I'm patient. But even if it goes down, then, you know, at least I'm not closing on a losing trade, and there will always be opportunities. So and I need to keep reminding myself of that, so that I can you know, let the trades go to a loss if needed, or, you know, stay patient with it. Maybe close it early. I mean, I want to see how this reacts up here. I mean, this candle closed below this like area where I would call resistance now. So I want to see if this candle, or maybe the ones after it, fails to close above it, and they close here, then, you know, then we might have some problems here, so they might not like break through. Otherwise, I mean, this went through, and I guess if we check it on the 1 minute, you see like it closed it didn't go through this like middle box right here, the small one. Okay, let's see where this closes. If it closes above, then there's a good chance that it will go higher, or maybe even go to the take profit like fully. I want to draw another, now that we have more data, I want to draw a yeah, okay, so the point of control is all the way up here, but there was quite a lot of resistance over here, which is why I have my take profit at this location. Otherwise I could like move it just below it, but you know, those are big dreams. That's like a really good trade, and perhaps I'm not at a level to predict that. Okay, so we had this candle closed there, so we might be in a bit of trouble. I mean, it tried to go through, but it did not. It was not able to. I could move my take profit here. I mean, it could bounce again, or it could just stop me out. And either way, I need to be happy with the outcome. I mean, this is it's a profitable trade either way, even if it's not you know, that high. So let's just see where this goes. Yeah, so that candle closed, and it was not able to go into the middle box here, so I'm hoping that there's like some sort of resistance here and that this one will not go through. Maybe this was like a false what's it called? Okay, never mind, that just went against everything that I said. Okay, so yeah, we'll probably lose out on this, but yeah. Yep, okay. It's you know, it was a profitable trade. I mean, I could have ended here, got my 300, but I'm happy with it. Like there will always be more opportunities, so even if this one did not go as I expected it to, the ones in the future probably will. Yeah, maybe next time I'll just I could like exit with half of my contracts here, sell half of them, and then take the rest here. I'm not sure, but yeah, I mean, it's okay. I'm happy. It's still a profitable day, even if it's like really low. I am gonna go do some things, and yeah, I don't know. I'm getting a bit of FOMO. I want to like enter again here, but let's see if we get a nice rejection off of this area here, and it doesn't even like go below it, then I might market enter. Okay, I might consider taking a short here if price gets back here. We are in a downtrend, so it does make sense, and we're setting like lower lows with these candles, but there still was the rejection here. So if I take a short from here, then I would exit like around here, or at the most I would end it here. Or we could just get like a complete reversal and get a long trade from here that could go like through everything and set high highs. Okay, I'll base my decision off of what this candle does. If it closes like within this range, just like a red square in the middle, then I might take a short. And if it closes, you know, I guess below this other one, the big yellow one, then I might then that would also be like a confirmation that to go short. But let's see. So yeah, it's moving a lot. I mean, it might not go above exactly. Let's see. Okay.
Filled.
All right, that might have been a bad idea, but we'll see. So close at 100. Where did it fill? It filled here. Then I'll exit here. All right, let's see where this goes. We had like a really nice rejection on this candle right here, like it rejected right off the top of the zone, so that's why I'm thinking that it might go down, and if it goes down then I'm looking for it to test this resist or like this support zone down here, so that's why I have my take profit right there. I could have gone in with like a limit order and had my entry better like up here, but yeah, I was a bit iffy on this. I was not too sure, so we'll see how it plays out. Okay, pretty solid trade. Oh yeah, okay, I forgot. I set like a daily what's it called? Like trade limit. I think it's over here. Yeah, I put it at 4. And it doesn't seem like I can change it either. Okay, so but that's probably a good thing. I mean, I was thinking of making like maybe one more trade, but yeah, it's probably a good idea that I got locked out. 4 hours, yeah, okay. You know, I've heard people say like when you take a losing trade that you should go and like collect yourself, you know, wait until you're calmer. At least that's what I've thought myself, like wait until you're calmer, take like maybe 15 to 20 minutes away from the chart for your emotions to calm down, and then you can come back and make rational trades so that you're not like revenge trading for a loss. And you know, I personally would apply that to winning trades as well. I mean, this was a good trade, and then the first thought that I had was like, okay, maybe I should take the opposite trade, and who knows, you know, maybe it rejected over here, so I might go up here, and you know, that would have been another nice trade. But I should just be take my wins, and I should apply the same idea, and you know, go take a break, relax, so that I can come back and trade rationally, not just you know, based on like hopes and like revenge trading, but for like winning trades. So you're thinking, oh, okay, I got a trade, let me just, you know, double it, do another trade. But anyways, enough yapping. I'll do a quick recap. So I drew this like in the beginning of the day. I was like, if it comes here, I'll take a trade to the upside, and I did take that trade, but I had my take profit here. So before or no, I moved my stop loss up here to take profit. Okay, you know what, I don't need to do this. Y'all have seen the trades, and you've seen how, I guess, good I am at calling them. So hopefully all of this effort will pay off, and you, the viewers, can be, you know, you can see me win the evaluation and hopefully get a payout one day. So, you know, pretty good for today. $261 profit. My other one was before last week's. Or no, I mean it was last week, so I got 200, almost 220. I think, yeah, there was some fees, so it was 220, and then yeah, pretty good. I'm happy with that. Hopefully this week we can reach at least half of what I need to pass the evaluation, which is like so I need 3,000 profit in total, and I'm hoping this week I can reach at least 1,500. I'm gonna, as I edit this and upload this video, I'm gonna, think about these trades so that I can see if there's anything to learn. Maybe if I was like less greedy and I took the exits at the locations that I said I should take them, then I would have actually made some profits. I mean, this trade, I called it out. It was the zone that I said it was like ran through, but I didn't take it. If I took that one, then that would have been a win. This one, it would have been a win, and then the opposite would have been a win. Price didn't go up here to test it, so who knows how that would have gone. But I mean, I called a lot of trades. It's just my execution was not proper. I got greedy with some of them, and then maybe with some of them I got like FOMO. I was afraid of losing out on this one, and so what happened was I got stopped out, and if I was less greedy I could have taken profit here for like 300. I would have been up like 500 for the day, if of course I took this last trade. Anyways, enough yapping. Hopefully I will have time to trade again tomorrow. I might be a bit busy. I'm gonna go study now. Take care. Hopefully everyone had a good day trading, if you did, or otherwise. All right.